Mike Owens with Inside Fighting here, joined today by Arnold Allen, who's coming off one of the biggest wins of his career at UFC 304. Arnold, always a pleasure, my man. How are things with you today?
Yeah, all good, man. Like I say I'm just hot as hell. I'm sitting there with a fan on me, just there like sweating. But I've been eating a lot. I have been eating a lot, and that does not help. So yeah,
What's the
there's a bit of that.
go-to? What's the go-to post-fight meal?
Pizza usually.
Mm,
Pizza's always the easiest. It's the most convenient.
mm,
Funnily enough, it was the only place that was open. There was some. My manager got some kebab shop pizza to the hotel at like 7 in the morning. To be fair, it was banging. It was good. I didn't think any pizza at 7 a.m. was going to be good, but it was good. So fair play to him.
I love it. I love it. How are your emotions after a win? And does this one feel different in any way?
Nah, nah, no different. It's nice to be back in the win column.
Mm,
Um, put some shit behind me,
mm.
get back to where I want to be and all that. But yeah, no, that doesn't feel different. Frustrated I didn't do anything spectacular. I feel like I could have done more, but yeah, being greedy. I got a nice win. Felt comfortable. It's all good.
What specifically do you think you could have done better, or that maybe you could have added? Because it was, in my opinion, it was a great performance. So, what do you think? What have you seen that you think you could have improved upon?
Yeah, just obviously I would have liked to show a bit of grappling, a bit of wrestling, a bit of like jiu-jitsu,
Mm,
That was part of the plan, and it's something I believe personally I'm very good at.
mm,
Um, you don't often see it in my fights.
mm.
You don't really ever see it in my fights, but it is something I'm very good at, and I really do enjoy it. It's just for whatever reason, maybe a bit of ego. Maybe I was like, I think I want to kind of prove a point and be
Mm.
like, you know what, fuck it, we're standing. I'm going to put the pressure on you. And maybe a bit of that. Yeah, maybe a bit of that. So trying to prove a point.
So the wrestling was part of the game plan, but it just once you got in there, it just went out the window a little bit.
Yeah, literally, like literally. It fully flew out the window. Yeah. Yeah.
There was this. It felt certainly like there was this kind of little pirouette going on at times where you were circling to your right to circle away from his power side, and there was moments where you were just kind of circling each other in the cage. How much of that right circular motion was part of your game plan?
Yeah, 100%. Like we're coming from like a K1 background for him.
Mm,
They operate in straight lines. If you ever watch
mm,
the top K1 guys, they're dangerous, but they stand like in front of each other and literally straight lines. They
mm.
don't move laterally very well. So that was literally it. Just be off the line. When he switched south, we'll go back the other way. Just literally constant little edging over to the right, get away from the power side. And then when he switched southpaw, just go back the other way.
Is the Giga kick real? And how does that compare to all the signature weapons of all the other great fighters you've fought?
Ah, I mean, yeah, definitely. You see these highlights and stuff when he
Mm,
gets guys that body kick. It's nice. Being southpaw, you kind of smother it a little bit. I think I got a couple through, and I'm just like, yeah,
mm,
I'm all right.
mm,
But yeah, maybe just being southpaw on that lead side, it kind of smothers it and blocks it up a little bit. It crowds it a little bit too
mm.
much, and also it's hard to throw it nice when you're going backwards.
Of
So,
course.
and I don't think he did much coming forward.
Yeah. We talked about it beforehand, but obviously I think we spoke about it and we said that 3 o'clock in the morning, your fight time might have been one of the worst on the card because you can't get up super early and you can't stay up a little bit late. You're right in that sweet spot. So
Yeah.
how did it feel in the cage? Did you feel like it had any effect on you?
Uh, mm, yes and no. Um, you know what? I think I did it perfect. The sleep
Mm,
thing, I smashed it, like absolutely smashed it. And then what was it? Friday night, Saturday night, Friday night. I didn't sleep. I literally did not sleep. The only sleep I had is about 5, 6 hours before I weighed in, like the night before.
mm,
And then I didn't sleep till about 10 p.m. Sunday. And then yeah, wow, I was destroyed. I just could not get to sleep. I was like walking around Manchester at like 8, 9 in the morning, trying to just relax. And then I
mm.
went to the hotel and just literally just laid in bed for about 10 hours. And yeah, that kind of I was knackered. I was walking around Manchester that day trying to wake myself up. Pre-fight, I was doing like cold showers and shit, trying to get a bit of energy going. But once I got to the arena, I was literally just like slapping myself, like, come on, wake
Mm,
up. And I've never experienced that. So had a bit of anxiety, a bit of stress about that. But once I got warmed up and Fraz started throwing shots at me to warm up, I was like, okay, let's go. But yeah, I'm sure a little bit, my reactions, probably my energy was a little bit lower because usually I've had a good sleep before a fight.
mm.
Yeah.
Because Dana was very critical about, was it 7 decisions in a row, and then obviously you have the main event goes the full five. Do you think overall that's how the start time had an effect on the card?
Um, Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I think so. And like even mentally, even
Mm,
if like physically you're fine, if mentally you're in your head about it, maybe then you're a bit shy to throw everything because you're like, oh fuck, maybe I haven't slept good. I
mm,
think some people I was hearing they weren't even doing adjustments to the sleep time,
mm.
so the first time they were staying up till 2, 3, 4, whatever it was fight night. So I'm like, oh Jesus, like that's crazy. But yeah, a lot of people are doing that. Um. On my fucking behalf though, like I think he said the last fight as well was boring as fuck, the Mosvar one.
He
I
did, which
mean,
was surprising.
and I know this time he didn't personally say about my fight, but like both times it's me. I'm the one trying to push the fights.
Mm,
You put me in there with a wrestler like, and he wrestled, and you didn't get the most exciting fight. Like, well, what do you expect? And then you put me in there with a kickboxer, and I chased him around the ring for 3 rounds. I'm like, I'm trying to finish.
mm.
So I know they don't appreciate those things. Like Dana doesn't really, yeah, they don't really think like that. But yeah, it takes two to tango, right?
100%. And talking about Giga, it felt like things ratcheted up a notch at the pre-fight weigh-ins. The spies in the camp, Arnold. You're sending guys over to King's
Yeah,
MMA to watch his sparring.
yeah. I don't know. That guy, he's a strange guy, man.
Mm,
Paranoid, I think. Like I don't know. I ain't got no spice, and it was like he was saying there's like English people everywhere, and I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean? There's English people everywhere, mate. You're in Manchester, and I was
mm.
just like, yeah. I don't know. I was kind of taken aback. I was confused. I was just like, I don't know what you were talking about. So yeah, weird, 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 weird. But like, I ain't got no spice.
Yeah, because you're not the type to take things personal. But maybe Giga's one of those guys who maybe, I think we talked about this offline, he maybe needs to like hate his opponent type of thing. Did you feel like it became personal for him?
Yeah, maybe it was weird. Like I was kind of confused. So I was
Mm,
like, okay, like whatever.
mm,
But no, I think he was just getting stressed and getting paranoid, and I guess pre-fight is stressful. You think you're in a foreign city. It's not my hometown, but like I know everyone there mutually. But even then, no one was coming and reporting things and telling me anything.
mm,
A couple of my teammates were working out in the room, in their workout room, and he had someone from his team come and ask him to leave, and they did, and they didn't tell me anything. They were just like, "Oh yeah, you recognize us from like you train at this gym," and then they asked us to leave, and they left, and they didn't tell me anything. So other than that, they got asked to leave.
mm,
So yeah, weird. But also it's like if I need spies for anyone, he's the last guy I need spies for. You know
mm,
what I mean? It's like I know exactly what you're gonna do.
mm,
Unless you're in the back room drilling double legs, I'm not gonna be surprised by anything.
mm. Good point.
Yeah, so
So you get the win. You do the post-fight interview. That's all going swimmingly. And then we
mm.
see Big Pace come in the room and he whispers something in your ear. And then next minute, you give your nan a birthday shout out. So my next question is, the people need to know, did your nan enjoy your birthday?
Yeah, no, not her birthday, but she had a good time yesterday. I went
Oh,
to
that's
see
good.
her, and I tried to buy her dinner, and she ripped the bill out of my hand, and she's like, "I'm fucking paying." I was like, "Okay, right, yeah, you're paying for your own birthday dinner, fair play." Yeah, so that's nice, nice to see her. She just turned 80 years old, so
Well,
yeah, mm,
so we have Faraz and Jack Stone Mason giving you the technical advice, and then we have
yeah,
Big Pace in the background whipping that towel, keeping you nice and cool. What does your
yes,
dad offer for you in the corner? Is it a little bit of comfort? Is it that maybe stern voice when you're maybe not listening? What does he bring? Because you obviously have the very technical side in your other two corner mates.
yeah. Like, and what he actually says is minimal, but the minimal things he says have like a big impact. Just a simple like "go on, son," like something
Mm,
like that. it gives you a big kick up the arse, and he's just pretty chilled. When he's backstage, he's quite relaxed. He'll give you a pat on the back now and then,
Mm,
and he's pretty good at breaking up that sort of awkward, that awkward tension, that awkward sort of, when you get like sitting there and everyone's quiet. He does a good job of that. And
mm,
Fraz and Jack as well will mesh together well. He's just a funny character as well, really.
mm.
It's nice to have him there. And you can't quit in front of your dad, can you? So
That's a good point.
if you're feeling sorry for yourself in front of your dad, it's like I'm gonna find another gear. I'm gonna step it up a little bit.
And your brother's party team as well, Jake, because I remember seeing you on a podcast when he was saying that he was DMing opponents of yours. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. He's weird. He's a weird guy too. Yeah,
I love it. I love
yeah.
it. DC, as he often does, did press you for a name. Who do you want next? And in typical fashion, you keep to yourself and you say, anyone who's available. But is there a name that you feel kind of makes the most sense for you next?
Yeah, I think that Yair fight does make a lot of sense. I mean, it'd be nice to get that like by the end of the year.
Mm,
What is he? He's like I think I'm number five, and he's like number 3 or 4 or something.
yeah.
So yeah, I definitely think that makes sense. Um, I want to be. I fought two guys back to back down the rankings. I felt like I got wins in both of them. Obviously, I didn't with most well.
Mm,
Um, put me up the rankings. I fought Holloway. The only guy I fought in the top of the rankings is Holloway,
mm,
and I'm the only guy that asked for that. So no one else is calling Holloway out. And it seems like with Ilya, I don't know what they're doing. I'm sure the fight is happening. We all know the fight
yeah.
is happening. But it's like they're playing a lot of games and beating around the bush. And, I don't know who's avoiding who. And yeah, just a weird one. Weird one.
Did you see that you got pushed up from rank number 6 to tied 5 with Mosfar? Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. And it kind of made me think like if they obviously if he won, right, he beat me, like it makes me
Mm.
feel like, oh, they must feel some kind of way about that decision too. So yeah.
It made me think that is that maybe an encouraging sign that although you didn't get the win back in January, the UFC brass maybe recognize, how that decision maybe should have gone, say.
Yeah, it does. It does. And like kind of rarely do I think they kind of think those things.
Mm,
Sometimes they just sort of see on paper like it says this on the paper, like that's what happened. So they don't look any past that. But my understanding is that the majority of people kind of feel that way.
mm,
And I'm not one to harp on about it.
mm,
I am. But everyone keeps telling me and like, everyone there's only a certain small group of people that have said otherwise. So maybe a little bias.
mm. Was there any temptation for you to call out the big man in the front row in Alexander Volkanovski? I mean, he's in your division. He's probably looking for a fight sometime soon. Was there any temptation to go after him?
No, not at all, actually. I just kind of assume he's getting the next title shot, really,
Mm,
like after them. Yeah, no, it actually didn't cross my mind to be honest. I met him for the first time doing the TNT interview after the
mm.
weigh-in, and yeah, he's top bloke, really.
Yeah, good guy, good guy. So you
Hmm.
think that Topuria fights Holloway and then the winner of that gets Volk? Or do you think anybody currently booked or anyone in the division could kind of leapfrog Volk with a win?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's got to get a shot, and he like
Mm,
so dominant as a champion. And then if you want to talk about like company man and all that, going up a
mm,
weight, short notice, and then comes straight back to defend his own title, even though we all know he shouldn't have. But like, yeah, he deserves it. If anyone deserves it, he deserves it.
mm.
Yeah,
What I wanted to do as well, I wanted to do some quick predictions of some fights booked in your division. So first one I've
sure.
got Brian Ortega, Diego Lopes. Who do you see in that one for the Sphere?
I think Lopez wins it. I think Lopez wins.
How so?
Hmm. Um, he's just a bit more aggressive on the feet. Is it a 3 round or 5 round?
Think it's a 3 round now. I think.
Hmm. 3 round there. I think that suits Lopez. Um, yeah. Ortega's a bit of a slow start, a bit like, he'll sort of walk around for a bit, you'll land some shots on him
Mm,
and then he'll sort of tire you out and then maybe pull you into a bit of a grappling exchange. I think Lopez's grappling is too good to sort of fall into something silly like that.
mm,
I don't think you'll see much grappling in it. Lopez probably come out hard, throw some hard shots, try and get him out there the first half. He does slow down though, so but over 3 rounds, I think it'd be fine.
Aljo versus Mosfa.
I think Aljamain wins that one. Mosvar's got like good wrestling. Obviously, Aljo's got good wrestling too.
Mm,
Aljo's got really weird, awkward striking. Makes it if you see what he's doing with Calvin, kind of breaks, walks, then
mm,
the shoots. Like his striking is so strange. Like so,
mm.
it looks annoying. It's unorthodox,
Yeah.
but I give him the edge in the jiu-jitsu. Like he's a much better jiu-jitsu artist than Mosvar. That was kind of one of the things when we fought Mosvar. Was like there was no threat of submission. Like we were never once worried about submission.
Mm,
Like when we get down on all fours and like the turtle position, literally was just stand up because there was no risk of like giving the back up and
mm,
him sinking in rear naked chokes. With Aljamain, he's very good in that back position. He's very good in that.
mm.
So yeah, I just think with the jiu-jitsu, he has an edge, and that's going to be a difference in the grappling exchanges. With Moswell, like you are going to see grappling exchanges. They're
Yeah.
not going to cancel each other out. So yeah, I think his jiu-jitsu is going to be too good. But it'd be interesting to see Aljamain on his back getting taken down. Like if he does get taken down, so we'll see.
One that just got announced this morning, Lerone Murphy versus Dan Ige.
Yeah. Um. mm, I think Lerone. I think
Hmm.
Lerone. He's surging, and a good win over Edson. But what date is that booked for?
That is the Abu Dhabi card at the end of October, I think 307.
Okay. Yeah, I think Danny Ige he's kind of hit and miss. He's very
Mm,
good. He's very powerful, short, stocky. Always going to be like an elite sort of top 15 guy. Can beat anyone in that. Most guys in that. And but yeah, I think Lerone beat him. I think he's got too many tools.
mm.
He's too well rounded. Yeah, yeah. I give it to Lerone. Hmm.
And you know where the last one's going. Ilya Topuria versus Max Holloway.
I think Max. I think Max. This new style Max is coming with. I think Max wins that one. Uh, he's so good at like breaking the range, keeping the pressure on when he's out of range as well. Like what he did to me and what he did to Justin Gaethje. He stepped up a level against Gaethje. He did that, but it was much more accurate, much more punishing. And every time he stepped off of Gaethje, he kept the pressure on weirdly. And I have to watch a bit more of his tape to see how he does it. But he'll be circling around, still keeping the pressure on you. He does such a great job of that. We haven't really seen. Well, I mean, we have seen Ilya get dropped. We have seen him come back from getting hurt. So he ain't soft. He ain't gonna break him.
Mm,
Just more like the constant pressure. Like, can he deal with that? Like, not coming back from knockdowns. Can he come back from receiving volume, being a couple rounds down, like not being able to hit the target because he's very short, stocky levers and
mm.
he throws nice boxing. But if Max ain't there to get hit, I think that'd be very frustrating for him.
Yeah, 100%. I want to move you on to a different subject because as much as we're mates in 2 weeks' time, your team go up against my team when Ipswich have make their Premier League return against Liverpool. Are you excited for the new
Yes.
season?
Yeah, but I booked a holiday. I'm going on holiday Saturday, so I'm gonna miss
Mm,
I'm gonna miss the first couple of games. But yeah, I was trying to get tickets. And I was like, oh, actually, no, I'm away. I was like, I'm away on that day. What was it, 17th?
17th, yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm buzzing. I was saying the other day, I was all confident. I'm like, Ipswich are going top half of the table, 10th. I don't know. That's a rough one. That's a risky one. That's a big shout. I don't know.
Who's the play,
Yeah, they're gonna win it.
who's the player we've got to look out for on the Ipswich side?
I like Sam Morsey, the captain. He's
Mm,
just a beast, Like the guy's he just signed a new contract actually. He's
mm,
just a machine.
mm.
Just kind of guy you want as your captain. He's the man.
Is football the main sport that you pay attention to outside of MMA, or is there another one that tickles your fancy?
Uh but no, like I don't watch everything.
Mm,
Um Probably boxing. I like boxing, yeah. I like
mm.
watching boxing. And yeah, that's kind of what I would have done probably other than this if I didn't do this.
Who's your favorite boxer to watch at the moment?
Terence Crawford at the minute.
Terence Crawford. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah. He's the man. Like he can box both stances like perfectly. What he did to Errol Spence as well. And he's
Mm.
fighting this weekend, right?
Fighting
Yeah.
Saturday, yeah.
Wasn't he?
Ishmael
Yeah,
Madrimov.
yeah. Yeah, I actually haven't seen that guy, so it made me feel like a casual. I haven't seen him fight the other guy.
I've only saw
Uh,
him fight once, and it was on I think it was on the Fury Usyk undercard. He knocked someone out in the
okay.
fifth round to win a vacant title, but he's big and he's heavy. He's
Yeah.
heavy set for a super welterweight. So, but Crawford technically should be miles ahead of him.
Yeah, yeah, you'd think so.
Mhm. Well, last one from me, mate, and as always, I appreciate your time. In an ideal world, as we look at 1st of August now, as we record this, where do you want to be in 12 months' time? What would your goal be in an ideal world for the 1st of August, 2025?
Fighting for that title. Yeah, that's the goal. Uh, yeah, get one. Yeah, I got. I'm waiting on some results on some scans for my hand.
Mm,
Feels pretty shitty, so hopefully not too long. But we'll be back. Hopefully, we can get back out this year, even if it's December. That'd be sweet.
mm.
Um, 2 wins. If they line us up for something good, get a good win. But I don't see why not next year. We can't be talking about that. Title shots or title eliminators at least. So yeah, yeah. I mean, if I get Yair and I get a win over Yair, for me, come on, give me the
You're
title
right there.
shot. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Mm.
Arnold, always a pleasure to see you back in action, mate. Even better to meet you for the first time last week as well.
Yeah. Likewise.
Hope the hand recovery goes well and enjoy your holiday as well, mate.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.